Remember the days when you could buy a carton of milk for 50 cents? It's been a while, so I get it if you've forgotten. But what if I was to say there is a way to fill your trolley for a fraction of the cost?
Across the country, shoppers are balancing their books, facing tougher decisions on what goes in their trolley.
Yeah, it's really hard shopping. You've really got to prioritise and budget.
Just covering rent is a little bit stressful, so if you have options to get cheaper food, absolutely why not?
That's what this Melbourne chain is all about. The name says it all. Cheaper by miles trades in groceries the big supermarkets would usually throw away, selling items close to their use-by date or past the best before.
It's about 80% discount compared to the bigger supermarket.
Bin Lam has been working in the stores for the last 7 years.
And what sort of things are people often looking for when it comes to your fresh produce?
Usually they come for yogurt and cheese.
Bin says over the last year, pressure on household budgets has driven a new wave of customers.
$100 here is can save in 2 weeks of cost of grocery. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Lara Belchi is still at uni and has to seriously plan out her weekly food shop, stocking up on everything from chips to soft cheese.
So they were $1 each?
$1 each. I got them. So one for me and then for my mum back home. Almond milk, that was 50 cents.
So as you said, you've got milk, you've got cheese, chips, some of your cereal. This you reckon will keep you going for a week?
Yeah, 100%.
The supermarket's ridiculously expensive, so I only get bread and milk there. Everything else I get here.
Steve Bringolf worked for the government. He says cost of living pressures mean he simply can't afford to retire in Australia.
Everything's expensive. Life is stupidly expensive in this country. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like I'm moving to Thailand. I'm over Australia.
And he doesn't see it getting any better.
I'm retirement age. I can go over there and have a great life. Here, I'll never be able to buy a house. You know, it's like everything's impossible.
Living paycheck to paycheck is definitely something that is on my mind.
And the new generation, they're going to be struggle to buy a house, to have their own family.
According to Finder, 39% of Aussies say their grocery bill is one of their major financial stresses. That's up from 29% only 2 years ago. When it comes to finding a better offer, 92% of us have implemented strategies to save money at the checkout, while 61% are visiting multiple grocery stores to keep costs down. Graham Cook, head of Finder's Consumer Research.
Do a little bit of research and you'll find there can be quite significant differences between the big two supermarkets and your local supermarkets and farmers markets. Finder did research towards the end of last year, for example, and found a pretty significant difference in the cost of items between Woolies and Coles and Aldi.
For those finding the bargains, the bottom line is holding for now.
In the supermarkets, the prices went so much high, really, and if you come here, you really save a lot of money.
Cheaper by Miles started as a family business nearly 30 years ago with the aim of fighting food waste in Melbourne. But cost of living pressures has seen customer demand increase like never before. The company now expanding to 4 sites, the latest here in Fitzroy to open on Thursday.
People are going through without things, which is really sad. I wish there is more shops like this.
And while it might not feel like it, we should see some relief at the till later in the year.
And I think we might be at the worst of it when it comes to high prices for groceries. Hopefully 2024 is the year where things get slightly brighter for the Australian consumer.
All right, well, let's hope that's true.